Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to the final podcast of 2024. We're just getting in right at the end of 2024 as well. This might be the first ever December podcast we've done after Christmas. This video is brought to you by Bruffy.com. This is my website where you can find all the info you need about me and my content, from a fully documented catalogue of my videos with chronological playlists to live streaming plans and much, much more. Go straight there with a link in the description and pinned comment. But I'm here with my usual co-hosts, Sugar-Free Nos over there.
Hello. When you said final podcast, I thought that like
that was it. It was over.
You hadn't told me that we're stopping.
Yeah, just keep it from you. It's all over. We're done. This is where I announce it.
Happen one day.
Yeah. I'll announce it on the podcast that it's the final podcast.
Yeah.
RDT is down there.
Hello.
Josh is over there.
Hi, I'm a mess from sim racing.
I think we're all a mess. Hammer isn't. Hammer's his perfectly hammery self right there.
Yes.
No, hello. Okay.
Yeah, I look glorious. Thank you.
But yeah, we're here just about. We started slightly late because everybody was late.
We're
apart from Hammer. Hammer was bang on time for the pre-show. I was 10 minutes late, and everybody else was between 25 and 35 minutes late. Keeping in mind the pre-show is 30 minutes long.
You can't all live up to both my looks and my punctuality. It's just impossible. It's too big a task for anyone.
Evidently, I know. But I'm ill, so I will be trying to talk as little as possible. I've doped myself up with Lemsip, and I'm gonna get through it as best I can.
What is that? What?
Lemsip is a drink mix in the UK. It's basically got paracetamol and a decongestant in it. So it makes me feel better for maybe 2 hours or something. So we're on a time limit.
Okay.
Man, get that weak stuff out of here. We're American, bro. We just drink like 4 servings of NyQuil, and then we go to bed.
Well, just run some hot toddies, have a hot toddy or something and get a little lit.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens after this, but I need to just get through, and then I can start, trying to fix myself up for streaming again tomorrow. But I was also I was ill this time, but at least I'm here. Last month, I wasn't here at all. And I have to say, well done, everybody. You all performed admirably. I listened to it back. You did great. You don't need me.
Yeah. No. We've been trying to get rid of you for years, I know, right? Literally. Yeah. I'm surprised that our assassination attempt did not work and that you ended up in the hospital, but whatever.
So yeah, the reasons, I guess I can reveal it now. The reasons we had to go to the hospital at the last minute, and it was enough time for me to be able to send Josh the scenes through OBS so that he could still do the podcast. And it's kind of weird because that happened earlier, a couple of months ago as well, where it's like, okay, we need to go to hospital. But it's not like a major emergency that we absolutely have to drop everything and go there now, but we just need to go get something checked straight away. And it's because it was baby related. I'm gonna
let's go.
I'm gonna be a dad. Actually, yeah. Did anybody not know before this?
I only sort of found out from your clips channel, because when I raided you one day or watched your stream or something one time, people were mentioning, I can't remember what it was, like a baby shower or something people mentioned, and I was just like, what, did I miss something? So I did some digging and found out.
Yeah, everybody already knew, I think, but
I missed the announcement, but I found out when the day I got off of the cruise on the way back
that was
home.
it. I saw you in the chat, and then people told you in the chat. Did you not know?
I think
I can't say. I mean, maybe I knew. You might be able to find evidence of me knowing, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a dad in March. Does Zexy know? Does the baby know? Gonna be a dad in March, early March. That's gonna be.
That's coming up fast.
Yeah, I know.
That's like tomorrow.
2 months left.
Tomorrow.
I know. It's gone quick. The first 7 months have gone quick. The next 2 are going to go even quicker, I imagine.
Yeah, think about the next 18
I know.
years.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
You could be old and washed, like, before you know it.
I know. It's going to be an adventure. No doubt about it. So I guess that'll give me something else to talk about on the podcast every month. Every month, every year, when I have time to do it. Once a year.
Yeah.
But at least Josh has all the files now, so you don't need me.
Oh, great. Lovely. One day I'm going to accidentally stream to your account instead of my alt account, my Botimus account is right next to Bruffy on the list in the drop-down menu.
Yeah. You go live with some random low-effort stream.
Yeah. Just some Minecraft just on your channel, just like no microphone Minecraft.
How was it? How was the whole hosting? Was it all right, or was it stressful, or what?
It was fine. I mean, I have done podcasts before.
Yeah.
So it was like a bit. I remember at the start, I was like, "Wait, who does the intro?" And everyone's just like, "You." I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah, it was good. It was fun to listen to it after the fact. Yeah. I wanted to say things about I wouldn't know anything about archery as well, and sympathize with your story, but I couldn't because I was only listening. I felt powerless. Especially when everyone was giving
that's
you...
kind of deep.
Everyone,
that's kind of deep. I listened to a podcast and I felt powerless.
Well, to be fair, I mean, 91 episodes of this where I have the ability to answer back, and then I finally listened to one. It's kind of a strange experience.
The ability to cut me off when my story's gone way too long.
Yeah. It's like, okay, Josh, you've been talking for half an hour now. Should we move on?
Everyone wanted to leave at the end of it. It was so funny.
I do remember you mentioned that was only half of the story.
Yeah, I got the other half. It's not important.
That was your house move. How did it go? Yeah. Did it go okay, good, or bad?
It was fine. I crashed the rental van into a fence.
Oh, excellent.
That was the main highlight. Oh, and I also had a toilet emergency in an out of order toilet at the rental place. I don't know. There's things, but yeah, it was alright. We survived.
You pooped yourself in a rental van?
It's a story or another time.
Maybe it's better. Maybe it's better if it's a story for no times.
Sure.
But yeah, we've got a few topics going on this time. We actually have a few GTA topics for once on this podcast because it's one of those one of the months where a GTA DLC has actually come out and
Braindead theories.
Wait, oh my god, it's the 28th. Did the trailer come out?
Of course it didn't. Okay, I guess we'll talk about that first then.
Sorry, okay, I'm reading this.
The 27th, that's what I put on the doc. GTA 6 27 Braindead theories.
Oh my god.
I feel like it has been, you have to have been a little bit brain dead to have believed any of it realistically. I mean, surely. Did anyone actually believe that anything was going to happen on the 27th?
Man.
I know a lot of content creators were playing into it for the clicks and the views and stuff. I just ignored all of it, but
it's a problem, right? It's like that flat Earth parody Facebook group that then became just a regular flat Earth group because you can't tell if people joining it are in on the joke or are doing it. So I don't know.
That's what it is.
I have a GTA a GTA 6 room in my Discord, and the people in there, the people are always posting these theories, and I'm just like, do you actually believe this as well? It's insane, yeah.
For anyone who passed by, basically, people came up with a theory that the 27th of December is when Rockstar were going to release the GTA 6 trailer 2, because of all these different things. There was a little note on a Rockstar developer's photo that they put on social media that said that they were going to Florida on the 27th of December. And then they took that 27th and that number 27 and then found every single possible thing that had 27 related to it. There's an auto shop close to where the trailer was in the first trailer that's called Auto 27 or something in real life. There was what was it that there was so many Rockstar's Instagram posts. Yeah. They had 26 Instagram posts, so the 27th was going to be the trailer, and so many things that you had like, I don't understand how people could not understand how coincidences work, and if they were looking for any other number, they would have found so many instances of every single number they could have looked for.
Well, I mean, not to make this, not to be like big picture about this, but I think like conspiracism is at like an all-time high among the public. So I mean, it makes sense that that this is what some people believe. It doesn't surprise me at all.
The internet was not a great invention, honestly. Everybody should not have a voice, unfortunately, including us. We should not be doing this podcast. Like, I'll be on Twitter, and for some reason, I think I've said it before, I get pushed so many like alt-right accounts and all this stuff.
Everyone
and I think
does.
everybody
that's post Elon Twitter, bro. I mean, what do you want?
And they'll show like a screenshot from Castaway with Wilson, the hand volleyball from the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, and they're like, if only you knew what this meant and how deep the rabbit hole goes. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a volleyball that he used as a best friend because he's trapped on an island. Like, it's not some cabal that we're all worried about because so it does not surprise me that people are just throwing whatever they can at the wall for GTA 6.
And it's totally true what Phil says. You can't make 10 speculation videos about Trailer 2 not being a thing. You can only believe when it's going to come on this day.
You should try that, actually. You should give that a shot. Like, every time a new rumor comes out, you post a video debunking it. And see if that gets any views.
It wouldn't
experiment.
Because people don't want it. People don't want the negative side of anything. I've learned this over the years of doing this. If you try to say the realistic, this isn't going to happen because of these reasons, you prove it to people. People don't want that. People want the all happy-go-lucky, like everything's fine and everything's going to be happy and we're going to get the DLC on the 27th. People want that. So I don't think debunking it would actually get any traction whatsoever, but I could try it on the next one.
Yeah. It's just insane to me that people seem to think that like Rockstar needs to hide all this shit.
I know.
Like, if Rockstar just released the trailer, like, right the fuck now, we would all stop what we were doing and go, like, the entire internet would pay attention.
Yeah.
But they don't need to, like, have this superly, like, ARG crap in there. Like, I don't know. Whatever. It's so silly to me.
And it's interesting how the minds work, because I saw, like, I think it was one person specifically who was on Twitter, like, really leaning into it, believing it, showing, like, so many tweets of all these different coincidences with 27. And then a few days later, after I think he got a bit of pushback from him, he was like, okay, so tomorrow we're either going to see GTA Trailer 2 or Rockstar are the biggest trolls in the world. And like, okay, neither of those options are true. It's just you saw something that wasn't there. Like, they haven't given it a second thought. They've all got on their holidays. As soon as they turn the snow on the Thursday before Christmas, they're all on their holidays for 2 weeks. They know nothing about everything's automated posts on Twitter and all this. Like,
not to sound even more political, but it kind of reminds me of like when a guy gets rejected by a girl or doesn't even talk to a girl, and he's like, "Oh, she's a bitch," and it's like, no, that's not the case. It's like you just never talked to her, or you didn't express interest, or like just because she doesn't like you doesn't mean that she's this. It's like these two things cannot be. They're not.
You're being too nice, these people, bro. It's because they're dog ugly. Like, I mean, come on, that's the only reason. See, they're right, but they're wrong. Okay.
It's like she'll either date me or she's a bitch. It's like, no, she's just like she has a boyfriend or something.
There's so many of these things for the 27th that. I mean, it's clear nobody in the GTA community works for a marketing department because, let me tell you, coordination ain't their strong suit, Bob. They would not be able to coordinate that many parts of the campaign.
All these different disparate aspects of the game and everything else.
Nope.
No chance.
Maybe one or two. Listen, maybe one or two, but not the big pool of stuff that they put
like 27 posts and
no. It's just that's not how things are done, I'm afraid.
And it's exactly the right thing. Like at a certain point, you don't know who's playing into it and trolling people by playing into it and who's actually believing it. They just become one because they get so ridiculous on both sides. They all just seem like, okay, everyone believes this now. So yeah, I just stay away from it, honestly. I just can't. I don't have the energy for that anymore. Like,
yeah. Look at the Chiliad mystery.
Well, what I'm hearing is so the trailer's coming out on January 27th, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
It must be. It must be that. Yeah, it wasn't December 27th. It must be January.
Oh my God! Can you actually imagine if they do release trailer 2 on the 27th of something?
I told you all along.
That's like the you moving the date there is it just immediately clicked in my mind. It's the same as the people that like follow the Mayan calendar.
So that's what I was thinking.
And then it doesn't end on a specific day. So they go, oh, so it must mean it's this date then, and then they wait till that date and then
just change the goalposts.
Eventually, you'll be right. So.
I mean,
wait, maybe it means 2027.
That's what I was just going to say. That the true meaning is that it's actually going to release in 2027, and that's why we haven't had a trailer yet. I think it will be delayed, to be honest. I don't think it's coming out.
It's secretly a dev cry for help.
Yeah.
They're all saying it's going to come out in 2025. It's not. 2027 at the minimum.
Oh man, that's more likely than it ever was going to be released on December 2020, 27th of December for the trailer. All right, well, we've covered that. Let's also quickly cover some more GTA stuff with the DLC. Does anyone actually played any of the latest DLC? It was very lackluster, not a lot going on.
I did. I played a little bit of the missions, not much. But you know what I did? I got the cars.
You sorted your
I
garage.
Organized the cars.
Yeah.
I like the new garage. Okay, the garage, pretty cool. Yeah. Another 10 cars. And I don't know if I actually played the game. The upgrade to the Terabyte seems really good. Like with the master control terminal in the Terabyte.
Yeah, I never
seems
used
pretty
any
good.
Of that, so I didn't do anything. But it's good. This is something that I've mentioned a long time ago. That it's good that they're actually finally updating old stuff rather than just continually bring. Like Rockstar 5 years ago would have added a Terabyte Mark II that had all that extra stuff in it, but otherwise it was exactly the same. Like, it's good that we can actually upgrade the original one that we already own.
Yeah, I just love how useless the MOC is now. Like, is it used for anything? Like, I use it to store my scramjet. That's all I use it for.
I've got an Insurgent pickup custom in there. And it was used, other people used theirs to block off part of the track when I needed to test a car in free roam. That's the only thing I've seen a MOC be used for in the last, 5 years.
That's useful, at least.
Yeah, I'm just believe it or not, I hope that they add GTA Plus and all the enhanced stuff to PC.
I mean, they said they will in the new year.
I can't wait. I want 1 month of GTA Plus so I can then own every single relevant car in the game on one character.
Yeah,
and then I can rest. You know that image of the purple guy from the Marvel movies, Thanos. Yeah, overlooking after everything. That will be me when GTA Plus releases.
That's what you think, but GTA is your Sisyphus, brother, and you just constantly need to push that rock up the hill. You need to get the newest car. It's a constant grind. It will never stop.
Well, it's not really a grind if I play for 10 hours once every 6 months.
I mean, my long-awaited garage tour is still not. I plan to get it done before Christmas, but it didn't happen. But it's so close. I haven't done a garage tour video since 2014. And everybody's been wanting me to do one. And now we've got all these 100-car garage.
If I did a garage tour video, dude, that would take 2 hours.
Yeah, it's going to take me forever to actually do it, but I'm going to do it. But I think now is the time, before the next DLC, before anything can ruin anything. I'm going to have everything organized and do it. In fact, speaking of next DLCs, do you think they'll do another DLC? How many DLCs do you think are actually left in GTA Online's life?
3. I'll say 3. Yes.
Yeah. I think we'll get like a couple updates. Well, probably 3 in 25, I would say. Come on, the game's GTA 6 isn't releasing in 2025. Come on now. Come on.
You don't think?
Interesting.
Yeah,
No.
I would say early 2026 probably.
Yeah, I also think that GTA 6 is going to be 2026. And then
Yeah, they'll announce a release date for like near Christmas, and then they'll,
push it back
with
a
a
bit.
heavy heart, we are delaying this game again.
Yeah.
So it could be perfect.
Yeah.
Solemn.jpg.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's probably why they haven't released a second trailer, because it's not like if they released a trailer last December, they release a trailer this December, and then release the game next December. That makes sense. But considering they haven't released a trailer this December, it feels like, okay, that's going to extend a little bit.
Then they need 4. Then they need 4 DLCs. I think they need 4 DLCs because otherwise, what have they shown us and what have they shown shareholders in the past 10 years? Like, other than Red Dead,
but they only do 2 DLCs every year. Like, there's one in the summer, one in the winter. So it's more about like, based on do they have a plan for, say, 2 more DLCs for GTA Online, and if GTA 6 comes out, they're still going to release that DLC for GTA Online?
No.
Or no, it'll be dropped like a sack of potatoes
immediately. Yeah.
So surely they can't have more than 2.
They'll punt out a Bully remaster or something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate that.
Hey, that'd be that sounds good.
I'd love that. I love that game.
Yeah.
They did update Bully recently on Steam. They removed the out-of-date EXE, didn't they?
Ooh, conspiracies!
Yeah, people.
There were 27 bits of code.
People noticed an update in the beta branch. We're like, "Oh my god, it's a remaster!" And then it came out, and it was just them removing the old EXE.
I'm gonna say there's gonna be 2 more DLCs for GTA Online in total. One in the summer, and then like some final one at the end of 2025 to say, okay, we're delaying GTA 6, but sorry, here's like your micro DLC that you've always wanted or something, and this will be the final one.
No,
you don't think?
I think there's one more in the summer.
Just summer, and then
they'll just stop. Yeah, to have all hands on deck.
I guess
for GTA 6. If a game's getting delayed, that means they need more people, right? Like,
yeah, I guess that's true.
I think so.
Let's put in our predictions now. Then, so I'm on 2. You're on 1.
I'm on 1.
What are you 2 on?
Okay,
I'm with Denmite in chat. I think 2 DLCs and expanded and enhanced on PC. So
well, expanded and enhanced is already part of this DLC. It's already in, so that doesn't count. So
I think if it is delayed, we'll get 3. If it's not delayed, we get 2.
Oh, okay.
I'll agree with you there.
I would say at least 3.
At least 3?
I would say at least 3. And the reason that I say that is because you're not going to have a hard cut off between GTA 5 and GTA 6. I don't think, because GTA 5 has such a huge player base.
See, I think they will.
You're not going to get them. You'll get a lot transitioning early, but I think there will be a lot of residual that you need to take care of to keep the money coming in.
It won't be an immediate shut off because they'll still make money from shark cards.
No, I don't think. So. I'm not talking about shut off, but I think they will still continue to support in the interim, like at least like a couple after 6.
Yeah. I'd be surprised, but that's a bold prediction.
Yeah, that is an interesting one.
Yeah, it does. We've talked about this before. Like, how do they handle GTA Online with its 10 million pieces of content? Do they just start again for GTA 6? Well, here's GTA Online 2.
Yeah, 100%.
That would be great.
They can do all the monetization that they've learned for the last 10 years straight away, rather than have to they've got really cheap cars and then they have to remove them. But
they already have that. They could just keep. I don't know. They could just keep rolling.
Bloat, though. How do you make that work on a whole new? Way too
I don't know.
I
don't know how it happens, but
you'll get a T-shirt for having played GTA Online.
Hell yeah!
I played GTA Online for 10 years. No, I got was this lousy T-shirt. They'll get that in GTA 6 Online.
That's a classic Rockstar joke, though.
It is, yeah. That was from Vice City, wasn't it? When he did 100% completion.
Vice City,
yeah. Okay, interesting. We'll see what happens. Final bit of GTA stuff. RDT, you did your first Gfred in years.
Yeah.
I want to say last month on Xbox.
My condolences.
Yeah. Was it a transform Gfred, I think? I can't remember what
it was. It was a transform Gfred. I remember.
Oh, it was like randomly chosen cars, wasn't it? Randomly chosen vehicles, I think. I chose.
Yeah, we got into like Field Masters or something, I think.
Yeah. And then there was a helicopter at the end.
Yep.
How was it? Do you wish you'd never bothered?
So here's the thing. I think it needs refreshing.
We've tried to do that, but there's a hell of a lot of resistance to changing things up.
Listen, you can have a classic. It's just, I'm just an old man that yells at clouds now. Like when we've come, and no hate on anybody. Okay, I'm not hating on anybody, but when you've perfected the lines to Gfred, it doesn't become like a casual thing anymore. And maybe it is just for the hardcore Bruffy viewers and the hardcore community players, but the concept of Gfred was from GTA 4 essentially, where you just kind of get to the checkpoint however you can, and then you get to,
Cannonball
you go
runs.
about, nobody knows how to get there, the optimal routes, and then it became this thing where it's like, well, they've calculated perfectly. So I had fun with it, not knowing really anything about optimal routes or anything, even after all these years. But I did not finish because everyone else finished in like 12 seconds. So
yeah, that is a problem.
I think
that's the typical experience for most women, actually.
Yeah. At least for me, yeah. But yeah, it was fun. But I do think some changes could be made. Could be, not should be. Could be.
Is there not a procedurally generated Gfred? Has no one made that?
We've got Gfred Scramble now on Project Homecoming, which is obviously that's once a month when we're on that platform, but it randomizes the Gfred checkpoints, so you don't know which checkpoint you're going to next. It's still the same Gfred checkpoints of the like Chiliad and Observatory and stuff, but
but of course,
there are a small number who have already perfected all the extra lines that you need to know. So,
you need like procedurally generated. Like you have some rules that you set down for, like, okay, here's all the starting positions that make any sense.
Yeah, well, I think we have that. I think it's just cannonball.
It's just those are just cannonball runs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have those. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, we do mix it up a lot these days. Like the regular Gfreds we do once every, I want to say 4 months now. Everything else is like transform Gfreds or catch up on, or destroy last place, or like something that makes it different. Because I agreed with you. Like I think we started that sort of during last year. You got to mix it up. You got to keep it somewhat fresh. But you always have those people who want the original experience, so we can never get rid of that. At least every now and then. But
and to be fair, I'm the kind of person that when I was in the MCEC, I was like, why are these nerds hot lapping and preparing for this? I'm just gonna go in blind. Then like I would get upset because other people were prepared when I failed to do so. So that's on me.
Yeah.
It's my whole life.
Get good, basically.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm exactly the same mentality as you, RDT.
Yeah.
I'm as good as I'm ever going to be. Let's just go.
Yeah. No, you gotta restructure your framing. That's my therapist always tells me. Okay, It's not I'm as good as I'm ever gonna be. It's like I'm the best. I'm the best I've ever been. You it's gotta be positive.
I see.
Like toxic positivity peak. Is that?
Yeah, there you go. Sure.
Reframe the problem.
I thought that was a positive statement.
No, maybe your tone. Maybe it's your tone.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe.
I'm as good as I'll ever be. Let's do this.
Nos, you've put on something on the document. You were on a cruise.
I did. Yes, I took a cruise. I was on a cruise ship on a big boat. For how long was it? It was 5 days. It was 5 days.
Nice. Which one?
We left. We went with Carnival. It was a Carnival cruise. It was on the Carnival Elation. It's one of their oldest ships, apparently. I looked it up after. So, but it was a good time. It was all right. I mean,
one's enough.
Right.
Well, I don't. One is enough. But the thing about it is, like, for the price that you can go on them, right? Like if you factor in, let's say you're gonna take a vacation anywhere, right? And you're gonna go and you're gonna pay for an Airbnb, and then you're gonna buy food every day, and then you know once you do that, you will have spent probably significantly more money than you would have if you just go on a cruise. Like, because we paid for the cruise, and we get on the ship, and like some of the drinks are free, so if you want tea or lemonade or whatever, that's free. There's a free ice cream machine. There's like a Guy Fieri's burger joint on the ship. That's free. You can have breakfast and dinner in the dining halls, and that's free. There's a buffet all the time, like pretty much every hour of the day. That's for free. So like once you pay for the cruise, you can really go on and not spend that much more money. So it's I would say economical. That's
you can add alcohol packages to it. Like
yes, it's like $70 a day, and you can just drink as much as you want for free. Just shots, any mixed drink, whatever. So
I guess one of the benefits of that also is that you've paid your money, and then you don't have to think about it at that point. Like, you get on and you just eat, drink, whatever. You just completely switch off. You don't have to worry about money and how much you've got, budgeting and stuff like that.
And avoid the existential worry of being in the middle of the ocean. I mean, there's that too. So.
Yeah, but we left on a Monday, and we were it was a cruise to the Bahamas. We left out of Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville was all right. I liked Jacksonville okay. I got to watch a Jaguars game in a Buffalo Wild Wings in Jacksonville, and that was pretty good. That was pretty sweet.
They stink this year.
Yes, they do stink this year. Trevor Lawrence was out, but they did not care. The Buffalo Wild Wings did not care. So
that's awesome.
But anyway, so we were going to Nassau and we were going to Bimini, right? So we got on the ship Monday. Things kind of normal. Nothing, nothing to really say about the first couple of days that we were on the ship. I had dinner in the dining hall, and that was nice. I went to karaoke all 5 nights. I sang karaoke all 5 nights, and people would recognize me on the ship, like as I was walking through the halls. And I was like, "Bro, you killed it, dude. Are you gonna be at karaoke tonight?" I was like, "I'll be there." I was like, "Dude, I'll be there."
So, like, Leonard Skinner, there he is.
Yeah, I did sing a Leonard Skinner song.
Of course you did.
I sang "Give Me 3 Steps" one of the nights.
There you go.
But the main thing that I did that I wanted to talk, well, the main thing, I'll share that for after. So one of the funny interactions that I had is there's a watch and jewelry store on the ship, right? And there's this watch that I really want to get for myself eventually, but I don't have the money for it yet. It's like a $600 watch. It's called the Bulova Jetstar. So apparently the Jetstar was like a watch that Bulova came out with like in the 70s, I think. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a watch guy. And then here, semi-recently, they came out with like a new Jetstar. So if you're all sitting at a computer, you're more than welcome to look it up.
Nice.
So I go into the jewelry store with my grandmother because she wanted to go shopping. So I go in and a gentleman catches me that works there. And is like, "Oh, what is your name?" "Okay, Mr. Benjamin, how can I help you?" And I asked, do you have a bull of a Jetstar? And he's like, I do not think so. We have this and we have that and we have this and we have that. And I was like, okay, well, thank you. Because I've never seen one in person, right? I've only just seen photos of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to look at the one that's like the gold face, not the silver and red one.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's an old one, I believe. There you go. I think that's right. It's just it's so small. I can't see.
Oh.
So anyway, so I asked if he has. Yeah, because I asked if he has one because I've always wanted to see one in person, and he told me no. So me and my grandmother went over to the next store, and she was buying T-shirts and stuff. And this man comes and finds me in the next store, and Mr. Benjamin, I have excellent news for you. We have one bull of a Jetstar, and he presents it to me, and it was great. It was gorgeous. I did not have the money to buy it. It took everything I had not to just swipe my credit card, but it wasn't a particularly good deal. They go on and on. What? Well, I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
So you can buy it online from Bulova for about $600, right? $600 plus tax. So, and on the ship they go on and on about like, oh, no tax, right? So the guy comes up to me. He's like, I have an excellent deal for you, sir. I have an excellent deal. The retail price of this watch is $1,000.
What?
And once you take the 35% off, and remember, we're not doing any taxes because we're in international waters, we come to the final price of $599. This is an excellent deal, sir. You won't get this anywhere else. But it's like I could buy one for $600 whenever I want. $476 on a Bulova sale. Okay, so it was not an excellent deal, right?
And you didn't push him on the price? You didn't haggle?
Well, I didn't have the money to haggle. What am I going to haggle him down to $5? Like, am I gonna haggle him down to an ice cream cone from the buffet? Like, that's all I had.
That's all part of the fun. You don't ask, you don't get, my man.
I guess that's true.
It's called bluffing.
Anyway, yeah, so that was fun. And I really want that watch. I would really like that watch. But I want to buy it for myself. I don't want the watch given to me. That's something that I want to buy for me.
Oh, I'll take it off the Christmas list.
Yeah, I was about to get one for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually afraid. So, okay, let me tangent for a minute. Speaking of Christmas,
oh, no.
and I'm going to gripe to you and the 200 people watching about my mother for a second.
Hold on, before we move on, I do want to say that my girlfriend did get me a watch that I was really interested in. I want to go grab it real quick.
Yes, please, and then so I can see it. But
this has been a while.
Anyway,
we haven't had a mother bashing for a while.
so I'm gonna gripe about my mother. So we go to her house after the cruise, and she's like, well, what do you want for Christmas this year? And I was like, Mom, it's I'm kind of in a tight spot.
Very nice.
It's pretty. I would really nice. just like some money. Like that would be the most helpful thing that she could get me, and legitimately is. It's not like I'm a child being like, I just want money. It's like I could really use some help. At the moment, and she's just like, I'm not gonna get you that. I'm not just gonna pay a bill for you. And it's like, okay, so this is about you. This isn't about me. This is about you. Okay. So anyway, I'm afraid that she was listening a little too much when I got to her house, and she bought this freaking watch for me, and I'm going to be pissed because I can't not have the watch, but I also want to buy the watch myself. So if she gives me the watch, I will be forced to have the watch. But I don't want the watch unless I buy it.
But it comes in different colors, so
true.
Yeah,
just have one for every day of the week. Start a collection.
Yeah.
Well, I want two. Because there were two, you saw two different types of Bulova Jetstars. There was the silver one with the red face, and then there was the brown leather band one with the. There might be three actually.
Well, listen,
but I wanted one to wear with kind of brown based outfits, and then one to wear with black outfits. Eventually, when I have a wardrobe, an actual wardrobe that's not from the thrift store.
Okay, so there are three, but one of them is like the inverted version of the other. They're both silver bands. You've got the red face. Okay, well, that didn't help me. Why does it not just open the image when... Okay, fine. But yeah, one was... They're both silver. One had a red face with white, and then the other one had a white face with red dials.
Yeah, when I'm not worried about paying my electric bill. Yeah, exactly. That's when I would like that watch. But anyway, so the main thing I wanted to talk about is we did a shore excursion in Nassau. So when you're on the ship, you can buy different like little excursions. Like you can go on a wine tasting tour through blah blah blah, or you can go on a meal like going touring restaurants and having different meals all day, or you can just go to the beach, or you can do this or whatever.
Is this all part of like what you pay, or is that all extra charges?
Oh no!
It would be extra charges.
That's where they get you. That's where they get you.
Yeah, it would be an extra charge to do the shore excursion. So, anyway, the shore excursion that I did, I drove a 97 manual Jeep Wrangler through the streets of Nassau. That was my shore excursion. It was a like a guided Jeep tour, and I can't believe that they just let any idiot loose in these things in Nassau. It's insane to me. Like, I mean, I can't imagine. There has to have been fatalities already in this shore excursion, because dude, this traffic was insane. Like this was the craziest traffic that I've ever seen in my life. Every sign, suggestion. Every light, suggestion. It was you drove on the left side of the road, but the majority of vehicles were right-hand drive. Or no, they were left-hand drive. I'm sorry. So they were left-hand drive, and you were driving on the left side of the road. It was crazy.
So your passengers is hanging out there. You're like,
yeah. So your passengers like on the where you should be, and like there were people on mopeds lane splitting, going 40 miles an hour, lane splitting in mopeds. Like they could have just died at any moment. Like it was crazy. It was insane. It was unthinkable. But we started at like a lot where they keep all these busted up like Jeeps. Like my rearview mirror like almost fell off when I was adjusting it. I couldn't adjust my passenger mirrors. I could the seat wouldn't adjust properly. You know, it was a shit box of a Jeep. But anyway, we started at a lot, and then we drove to like a historic kind of cave thing. It was I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like something like Little Cave or something like that. But it was like something that like the settlers stayed in when they got there, right? It was like this little cave, and you could go down in it. And the majority of the cave system, it was like a big expansive cave system, was closed up to build a subdivision on top of it. So that made me sad. It's like the reach of capital has went too far. We're destroying historic landmarks to build subdivisions. So we went to this cave, and then we went to this beach, and we stayed at the beach for like an hour. And it's the most beautiful like ocean water I've ever seen. You could just it was just you see straight through it. Like you could see the bottom no matter where you were standing, how deep you were looking. It was beautiful. And then we drove to like a restaurant and had lunch. And we'd been out in the sun for like an hour on the beach. It was like 80 degrees, which wasn't hot, but it was still out in the sun. And they gave us the most delicious lemonade I've ever tasted, and did not give any refills, and the cup was that big. So I just went, and I was done. And then I drank Cassandra's, and I was done. And they did not give me any refills of this gorgeous, beautiful, delicious lemonade. You know that episode of SpongeBob where he's in the tree dome and he's looking at the water? Yeah, that was me.
Oh no!
And for your Brits, for any more.
Lemonade is not Sprite. Lemonade is like squeezed from lemons with sugar in it. Just so you know.
Yeah. We know lemonade.
Yeah, we have both kinds in the UK. Thanks.
So I could have asked for I assume I could have asked for refills, but I asked a waitress. I looked her in the eye. I was like, "Hello, can I get a refill, please?" Nothing.
She's like, "No hablo, lo siento."
No hablo. Well, they speak like kind of English there. Like, they don't speak Spanish. It's the Bahamas.
I'm joking. It's a joke.
Well, look, I'm sorry. The no refills wasn't a joke. I was so thirsty.
Yeah,
like I think back upon it, and I feel thirst.
Refills are a bit of an American concept. You go anywhere else in the world, it's you'll have another drink.
Yeah, you pay for another one.
Not a refill.
Yeah.
Okay. It was free anyway. Just drink. Like, I don't care. I needed liquid.
Yeah.
Should have tipped.
First one's free. They get you hooked on that lemonade.
So anyway, and then we drove like after our lunch, and I was still dying of thirst. We drove back through Nassau. We drove down the main like street of Nassau, right by the port where the cruise ship was, and that's where all the tourist stuff and all the shop is, and that's where the traffic was most outrageous. Like I almost hit a woman that was on her phone. She just like walked across the road because there's no crosswalks, so she's just on her phone, just like comes out from behind a van, and I had to slam on my brakes for this woman. She didn't even look at me. Death was staring her down. She didn't even look. So it just like I can't get over it. It's definitely the most challenging driving situation I've ever been in, which isn't saying much because I'm an American, but it was definitely it was an experience. It was out of all the short excursions I looked at, like that was the one that really seemed like, okay, this is going to be like an experience, right?
You were right.
And it was. I was very satisfied. Other than with the lemonade. So that was my short excursion.
How much did that set you back?
How much was it? That's a great question. I just swiped the card. I think it was like
50.
No, it was more than that. It was over it was $100. It was like $110 per person. So me and Cassandra went on it. So, but I mean, it was from 8 to 12:30. So
okay.
I mean, it was a pretty long time, and there was a lot of driving.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I couldn't have rented a Jeep Wrangler there for less than that, you know.
Yeah.
And even then, I wouldn't have had the tour guide. I wouldn't have all the information. I wouldn't have had a free lunch. I wouldn't have had, you know. So
sounds like you had a good time.
Free lunch.
Yeah, free lunch included.
It's like 2 months of your phone bill. Got it. Yeah, look, when I was on, look, don't you dare. Okay.
It's like 1 month of my phone bill.
So let me explain that, Dinmite. Okay, so and this is why
you said his name with such derogatory way.
So
Dinmite.
this is why I don't agree to do anything months out from when the thing happens. Okay, because when I scheduled this cruise, I was on the top of my financial world. Okay, all right, I was doing well. And then everything in the 6-month period since we scheduled this went to shit. And then I still have to go on the cruise. I can't get my money back if I cancel, so I have to go. So, okay. I spent some money on the cruise. All right. But now it's over, and I will never, ever do anything like that again. When's the thing you want me to do? 3 weeks away? That's too far. I don't know what'll happen in 3 weeks. Ask me again the day before. So,
well, at least you got the enjoyment of it. You know, at least you got.
I did. I tried to get on that boat and just forget my lifetime of problems, and it kind of worked.
Yeah,
for a few days.
Good.
So, yes, Dinmite, thank you for being my outlet for all my anger. So, what else is there? I told you about karaoke. I told you about the short excursion. We were supposed to go to Bimini and they just didn't go. The weather was too bad in Bimini, so they called off going there. So we missed like half of our like scheduled cruise,
right? Okay.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So then we just had to be on the boat for like 4 days straight. It felt.
I was like, Bimini, isn't that like South Dakota? I was like, or Minnesota or something.
No, it's an island.
Oh yeah, Bimini Island of the Bahamas. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so we couldn't.
Is that is that one of the ABCs, or is that not?
I don't know.
It's like Aruba. What the hell is it?
Well, if we would have went to Aruba, maybe I would have found Natalie Holloway. But
I went in the summer and we stayed at the same exact hotel that she went missing at. Yeah, so that was fun.
No,
it's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Please,
that's
bro.
what it is.
Right,
yeah,
well, great.
Look, I'm not trying any of that.
Sounds like you had a good time. Would you go on a cruise again?
I would. I would go on a cruise again, but I would have to have at least $1,000 saved up, other than
cruise money.
The price of the cruise.
Yeah.
Like you really would have to go in with a budget of how much you're going to spend. I did well. I did okay in the casino.
Nice.
Gambling, even though I can't pay my bills. But
of course, I did strike me a little odd, but
I think I put like $40 in a slot machine out because I was doing it with my grandmother. My grandmother loves sitting on slot machines. That's
you're playing slots.
Oh, yeah. So like I put $40 in it and I got it up to like $140 and cashed out. And then another day I put in $20 and I got it up to like $100 and cashed out at like $80. So
damn.
Yeah, so beginner luck. But I was really just doing it for my grandmother because my goal of the cruise was to spend time with my grandmother. And when we originally, let's gripe about my personal life a little bit more. The goal of the cruise originally, it was just going to be my grandmother, her friend, and then me and Cassandra. And the goal of the cruise was to spend time with my grandmother. Right? I didn't really want to go on a cruise. That's not what I had in mind for how to spend this money and spend my time. But my grandmother's went on cruises for 20 years. This was her 10th cruise that she's been on. And how do I say this? The opportunities to go on a cruise with her are only going to get less and less over the years. So it's like if there's any time to do it, it's now, right? Like
take
now
the
is
chance
the time.
when you can. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But plans changed a bit. Her friend dropped out, and then my grandmother's like, he's not her boyfriend. But essentially, like they've had a relationship for like 20 years, and essentially the guy will call my grandmother when he doesn't have another woman that he's seeing at the time. And the second that he finds another woman to see, he no contacts my grandmother, doesn't talk to her.
Jeez, until this guy sounds like a scumbag.
Everyone in my family hates him, other than my grandmother, because we can all see what he's doing to her, and she just doesn't want to be alone, I think, for a lot of things. So I mean, I understand that. But anyway, so it was my grandmother, him, and then that guy's son and daughter-in-law.
Oh.
So now our 4-person cruise, where I'm spending most of the time with my grandmother, has turned into a 6-person cruise where my grandmother's not spending almost any time with me. And this change happened like a month out from, maybe 2 months out. So, it didn't go exactly as I planned, but I did get to spend some time with my grandmother. I got to sit and play some slots with her and do a couple things with her and stuff like that. So it was, I mostly fulfilled my goals of the cruise. I do wish I could have spent more time with her, but, it is what it is.
Yeah. I was hurt, yeah. You made the effort, and that's what you should be happy about,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think that's a good way to look at it. But yeah, that was my cruise. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got.
Nice.
So
I guess before we move on to sort of the other main topic. Does anybody else have any life stories that you want to wrap up beforehand? Anything going on? Do you want to tell us how you crashed a van?
I got a couple cracks, Knuckles.
Yeah. He's been way too quiet this whole hour.
Yeah.
He needs to jump in.
I'm good.
I am curious how you crashed the van, though. I would like to hear about that. If you can do it within, at least a quarter of an hour.
The place. Okay, the place. Okay, let me get timing. The place I needed to park the van was on a downward slope. So I parked forwards in the downward slope, right? And then when we were going to move the van, I put the van into reverse, had the handbrake up, did the thing where you bring the engine revs up and like slowly release the clutch to the biting point. Yeah, and then I put the handbrake in, and then the van went vroom forwards.
Were you in first or?
No, I was in reverse. You
were actually in reverse. Did you not have enough?
No, it seemed like it was some. I did this for a few times. It happened like 3 times. The first time I went through I didn't quite hit the fence. I stopped. Did it again. Went really close to the fence. Then we pushed the van up the hill. Then I did it again for like this time. I was 100% in reverse. 100%. I'm just gonna send it. So I put my foot right down, and then it just fucking went forwards more. I think it's some anti-stall shit or something.
Okay.
Or some hill assist or something. I don't know, but yeah, I could not.
You basically couldn't hill start in reverse.
Yeah, basically.
That's really weird.
So in the end, what happened was we were holding the van, and I had my arm on the clutch in the van, and I slowly lifted it while we were pushing it backwards, and it would actually sort of roll backwards a little bit. And that's how we got out of there. But yeah, that third time I went straight into the fence.
Jeez. Did you have to pay for any damage?
Wait, so how were you parked pointing downward or pointing upward?
Pointing downwards.
You needed to back up a hill.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's like it wasn't a sharp hill. It was like it wasn't crazy.
Strange.
It was very weird. So, something about that van, I didn't know how it was doing. But yeah, if we held the van and we slowly like lifted the clutch and stuff, then it would like do exactly what I expect it to do, and slowly roll backwards. It was months ago now. I don't remember it happening, but it was so weird. I wasn't not putting it in reverse because obviously the van would reverse when we were holding it. It's like I knew how to put it in reverse.
Yeah.
It was very strange. Yeah, the van thankfully wasn't damaged, but the fence was pretty bent. But we just left. We just left, and it was fine.
You just left.
It was fine. Yeah, it was fine when you left. The fence still isn't fine, but
fine. It's only noticeable if you looked at it super hard.
Was it still like full of stuff that you were moving at that point, or was it empty?
Well, empty.
That's so strange.
Yeah, it was really weird.
All right.
I couldn't get my head around it, but I can only assume it was some hill start crap. I don't know. It was very strange.
Skill issue.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I've never. I've only ever driven my car.
Yeah.
I've only been driving. How far away did you park from the fence? Like, how close were you to the fence to start?
Half a meter? A meter? No, 1 meter. I'd say a meter away from the fence.
So you rolled a bit of a ways.
Yeah, the first time I did it, I'm sat in the van. Nothing. I don't expect anything to happen, and I do it, and then the van, I prepare the hill start for a reverse. I've drove my car. I can know how to reverse hill start. Do exactly all that right, and then I lift it, put the handbrake down, and the van jolts forwards. It like revs and went forwards, and then I immediately slammed on the brake. Like, whoa, what the fuck was that? I thought I was like, was I in first? Put it in reverse again. Do it the second time, and then
I would give anything to have camera footage and telemetry of that to see exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was very. It was.
I had to totally backseat this. Yeah, we're gonna need more data.
Yeah.
Everyone in chat's already saying that you're just skill issue. You're wrong.
It was months ago. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it was so weird.
Plus, your timeline's all messed up. This is a new story, but it happened months ago. I don't know about this. Prison.
RDT, you got anything?
No.
No, just happy living life.
No, I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk recently.
Oh, cool.
That's it.
All right. Well, I'm curious because, and I mentioned this on the pre-show as well. You can watch the pre-show on the podcast channel. By the way,
I have one more thing. Let me hold up. So I have one more thing. It just came to my mind.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. There's a bit more news. I no longer have a cat in the house.
Whoa.
So, yep, I no longer have a cat. Mavis came and got Hazel. And also, I was informed earlier, earlier this week, I never talked about like my relationship on the podcast.
No,
and immediately
it kind of just happened.
It kind of just happened. I never mentioned that I was no longer with Mavis because I can't remember who it was.
A few people commented it at the time, like when they noticed someone else, and like you mentioned different names, and people were like, "Wait, what?" And then I don't think it ever got noticed in the chat, and it just never got mentioned.
Somebody came into the chat when I was streaming. Nobody watched me play Call of Duty, so they just popped in to say something. And they were like, great Christmas wishes to you and Mavis. And I was like, I will pass that message along, my friend. So y'all are being informed a little late. A year ago, Mavis and I broke up. And she's and I kept Hazel because she moved in with her. She moved in with her grandparents, and her grandmother has like she like sees a cat and then dies. That's how bad her allergies are. So she couldn't take Hazel, but now Mavis is moving to Colorado with her boyfriend. So
you people move quick down there, I must say.
Well, we're all trying to get out. I mean, it's Alabama. So, but anyway, so yeah, she came and picked up Hazel the other day. And so I no longer have a cat, and we will not have a cat indoors ever again. I will never have an indoor pet. Never. So
not even a dog?
I'm going to go... No. That's even worse than a cat.
Oh, what? Dude, you got some enemies.
You mean locked indoors, right? Like it can't go outside?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to lock a dog indoors.
Yeah, no. What do you? Okay, it was like,
yeah. There was a miscommunication happening.
Yeah. Well, I would never. I don't like dogs anyway. So.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Kick this son of a bitch.
Hold on. Let me rephrase.
Get out of here! No,
I like dogs as an animal. Like I like dogs as an animal. I love petting dogs and playing with dogs.
Lila, get in here. Eat this guy.
I do not like the responsibility of having a pet. That's what I will say.
Okay, fine.
And for the very same reason that I got a damn vasectomy, I don't want to take care of anything.
You're saying that babies are like dogs to a man who is about to have a child?
They're not as bad as a child, but they're in the same, in terms of responsibility, they're in the same vein. Like you have to buy them food, you have to feed them on a schedule, you have to make sure they have adequate housing. Dogs? What are your dogs hunting?
No, you don't have to buy babies food, at least for the first year.
Yes, you have to. No, you have to buy babies food until they move out of your house. What are you talking about?
It's not a baby at that point.
It might as well be.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we've learned some things today.
Yeah,
this is falling apart.
I think we've gotten off. I
got a vasectomy because I hate
dogs. No, do you people not listen? It's because I don't want to take care of anything. Oh god. Okay, so anyway, and now my new. It's been a year now, but my girlfriend's name is Cassandra. So.
Yeah, as far as we knew, it was Mavis, and then Cassandra moved in as a friend, and then you guys became a throuple, and then Mavis was gone. It was like, yes, all right, cool.
Yeah. I guess Jeff Probst like snuffed out her tiki torch. She got sent to Redemption Island, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my god.
yeah, anyway, so there you go. If you needed any closure on my life, which I don't know why do you care about me for one? Like why? But two, yeah. So there you go.
Everybody's been clamoring for this update for so long. Finally, they got the closure that they deserved.
Yeah. But I am sad. I'll miss Hazel. Hazel was a very good cat. She was a very good cat. My couch would probably disagree with me because she would use it as a scratching post no matter what we did. But, yeah. So I miss her, but it'll be better. It'll be better this way. So.
You heartless human, you.
What do you mean, heartless human? What?
Doesn't like cats, doesn't like dogs, doesn't like pets, doesn't like babies.
That's not being heartless. I mean, it's being self-centered and selfish.
Okay, fine. Okay,
but
I'll
it's
accept
not
that.
being heartless.
Fine, I'll accept that. Okay.
Like, I mean, you're acting like I would just let a baby die, because no, I just don't want.
To be fair, you have had a cat in your house that isn't your own for a while, so I guess I can't say heartless.
Yes. See, thank you for reframing. My therapist would be very proud of you. Thank you.
All right. I'm curious about this next.
I won't talk anymore.
I'm curious about this next topic because I initially had it written on the document, honey scam, and then Josh came in and changed it and added quotation marks around the word scam. So now it's honey scam. So I'm really curious what the other take on this is. And Hammer and I were talking about it a little bit on the pre-show.
My debate bro energy ready. My facts and logic.
I only did it for memes. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No, but
you've been called out now. I saw you.
I do think there's a little bit of an overreaction happening, but I also never liked Honey to begin with, so I don't know how much I want to defend them on this podcast.
Is this Josh revealing his sponsorship of Honey? yeah, you've been sponsored by them now.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, a video came out from, I think his name was Mega Lag. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's one of those like expose YouTube video channels.
People, about how Honey has basically been stealing money and doing nothing for the consumer and lying for all these years. If anyone hasn't seen it, ultimately what came out was that on the the affiliate side, if you clicked one of my affiliate links to go to a website to buy a product that you saw in one of my videos, and then you had Honey installed, Honey would pop up and say, do you want us to check for a discount code? It would check it, even if there wasn't anything there. It would replace the affiliate code with their affiliate code. So they would get credit for the sale, not me, who was the one who actually led you to the product in the first place. They would swipe in at the last minute and take that commission on that sale. On the consumer side, they always talk to you and mention about how they're finding all the best codes, but you actually weren't getting the best codes, because if companies worked with them, they could say, okay, we've got this 20% code out there, but don't put that on Honey because we don't want as many people using it. And then if you submitted a code that was better, it just wouldn't add it to the Honey database because the original store had decided we don't want Honey to have these codes in. So there was two sides of it with that. There's obviously a lot more, and I kind of recommend watching the video because it was pretty good. But yeah, I was curious about the other take on it because I didn't think anything on that was anything other than they are scummy and scamming and assholes.
Yeah, that controversial.
And I'm assuming that, like, even if you just go to buy something normally without any kind of affiliate code, then Honey steps in and puts their affiliate link on purchases that so
they're basically getting credit as long as Honey pops up and you get them to check codes for you. Even if they don't have any codes to save you any money or anything, they're still taking the commission, if there is one, from any affiliation or affiliate system.
So I would think so what Nos said is important. I think again, I don't want to defend Honey, right? But like
defend the capitalists.
My stance on anything like this is just like, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And
if you ever have to ask yourself, how does this make money?
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like if it's free or whatever, you're the product or something. Like they're making money in some scammy way.
From someone showing how Markiplier predicted this 5 years ago or something. He was talking on his stream about how he hasn't worked with Honey because something just doesn't feel right. How do they make their money and all that? It's like, yeah, it totally makes sense. Like, where does their money come from?
That's
Did you see the Moist Critical video? That's where I got informed about this.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how I thought about this video. I should have made a video. I don't know. It's just like I feel like it's like common sensey stuff. Just like, hey, they're making money somehow. It's probably not great, but so my base level for this was Honey is probably doing something evil the whole time. Don't want to. It's like it's either like tracking all your cookies or some shit, or just selling your shopping data to marketers or whatever. You know, it could have been doing any of that shit. It probably still is, but like having the affiliate thing. So my problem with this is all of the stuff that has just come out is like it's like not that massive of a deal to me, and Honey has gone from probably evil to probably evil, and nothing has changed. Like, my personal opinion of Honey, right? So yeah, the affiliate thing, it's like they're just always inserting their affiliate link. They're not specifically stealing from people who are using an affiliate link. They're just copy pasting theirs over the top of whatever's there. So I don't think it's like they're not trying to. It's framed as if they're fucking over creators or whatever intentionally. It's just like no, they're just always putting the affiliate
they're
link
just collateral damage. The creators are just collateral damage.
Yeah,
and like
that's why I think it was right for Josh to put like inverted commas around the scam part, because technically what they're doing isn't a scam. It's shitty, but it's not a scam. Right? They're not doing it maliciously. They're doing it in plain sight. Like all you need to do is inspect the HTML, and you can see exactly what they're doing. They're doing it out in broad daylight.
And how did no one do this?
It's not like they're hiding it.
Decade. Like that's what I'm wondering is how did no one realize this and make some kind of video on it for decades?
Because
and like,
it's not that much of a problem. Exactly. That's the thing, right? Like it's like if you have a graph.
I don't like it, but I understand why they're doing it, because they're a big company, and big companies are going to do bad things.
Yeah,
that is the age we're living in.
It's like if you have a graph of like how much people like Honey, right? Everyone started at the top, I was in the middle, and then this thing came out, and everyone's gone from the top straight to the bottom, and now I'm above everyone defending Honey. like for fuck's sake. But yeah, I don't know, this whole thing has gone absolutely, completely mad viral for Megalag. It has 11 million views on this fucking guy's YouTube channel. It's insane. But it's like,
at least some creators making money from Honey.
Yeah. It seems like such a minor thing. It
was a very well put together video and very well researched, I would say.
But like all of his are, I don't know. But anyway, it's like, the collaborating with stores thing, that's pretty smart by them. That makes a lot of sense. So you go to like some web store and say, hey, we're finding really cheap codes for you guys. Do you want to pay us to find less cheap codes? And they're like, yes, please, Honey. And then they conveniently don't find the super cheap codes.
The thing with that,
genius. Genius.
Part of my job is I work on a very large scale website, and part of my job is having to set up these codes that people can use, on these voucher codes that people can use, and we have codes that are absolutely fine, just anyone can use them, but we do have codes that we specifically send out to our partners that aren't, they're getting those codes because they have met certain criteria, and obviously we don't want those to get out into the public. So in that case, we would probably work with someone like Honey to say, hey, this code is just for this certain scenario, so we don't want it coming up on your searches, sort of thing. And I think that's okay, because we're giving specific customers that, that code so that they can use it. We don't want it publicized anywhere else, and they've met certain criteria in order to use it.
There's two sides of this. From like the website side, this seems kind of protection rackety. Like you have to pay Honey so they don't, do the things like protect you from their own service, right?
Yeah, the thing with that feature that I just mentioned though is that it can obviously be way misused, like some sites have clearly done, and that are part of the video. So I'm saying there are use cases where this is a good honest feature, right? But if you give someone an inch, they're going to take a mile. As is the current way of things. So
does Honey advertise that they try to get the best discount?
Yeah, they do. That's what I was going to say. From the consumer side, Honey is lying to you.
The problem, right?
Yeah.
From that is the problem.
That's the most.
It should be. We're trying to get the best deals possible for you. Asterisk.
We are allowed to.
Of all the things, that is the worst they've done. Is lie about the finding the best code. They're finding the most allowed codes for you, right? Like.
Yeah,
but
go ahead. Sorry.
Go on. It was like my opinion of Honey was like they're doing something evil. I thought it was going to be like tracking or selling your data or something, but it's this instead. So I'm not surprised, and I'm like my baseline for how much I didn't like them hasn't moved.
Well, I mean, it's pretty genius because I mean, you see these people that have their affiliate codes with Amazon or whatever, and it's like, what if we could make it to where every purchase someone does uses our affiliate code, whether they know like it's happening or not. I mean, really, it really is pretty smart.
That is what's happening now, though, because like if you go on to like say for example you're researching a new television and you go and look up reviews of televisions, review sites, like any links that they have to that device on like Amazon or whatever, they're all affiliate links. And they're not telling you they're affiliate links. That's an extra. No,
really?
No, they never say that they're affiliate links. So that's how they make a bit of extra money. So like whenever you look at a review site, they'll always have affiliate links to the devices that they're reviewing.
If anything, these companies that sell these items should be the ones causing a fuss because this company's just getting affiliate links for not actually driving business to that product or that site.
I think now that public opinion has changed on Honey, they could probably come out and say, but before this, if they came out and say, Honey's evil, people would just like, you're just losing money. The coupon codes. I don't know.
I mean, it is a double-edged sword in a way, Nas, because like, there might be certain products that someone might not have purchased if it wasn't for a discount code. So it's like, it's all weird and nuanced, but
Here's the thing. This has been a really interesting conversation that I've been listening to most of the time because I'm from a perspective.
What specifically about the conversation, Adam?
Have I been listening? Because I have plenty of affiliate links for various things, specifically Amazon, and I've got my Office setup page that has affiliate links for various items on there, and it's affiliate links and commissions on things like that have never made me much money, but I don't know how much money they would have made me if people hadn't been using Honey, for example. How much money did Honey get of people's money that they purchased items for that would have gone to me if they hadn't have clicked it? But I think the worst part about that aspect is that even if Honey doesn't do anything, they still take the commission. So your point was a reasonable one. People might not have bought it if they didn't have a discount code. Fair enough, right? I can get on board with that. But when no discount codes are available, when they save you no money whatsoever, they still take the commission from it. When they had nothing to do with getting the person there, helping the sale happen, nothing, they still take that money. Yeah.
But they did provide a service. Even though they didn't save you anything, they did provide a service. They went and looked through all of their codes.
So that you definitely got the best deal. So they don't have all the codes.
So I guess the law's eyes, they have provided a service, thus can do whatever they want with the affiliates.
Yeah, but it's just so it's wrong. I think it's wrong.
Anybody's ever going, 100%, Adam, 100%.
No one's saying it's right.
It's a shitty thing to do. However, I don't think anybody will I don't think anything will come of this.
It's going to be difficult to be able to. I feel like they wouldn't have done it so brazenly for so long if they were at all worried about. Because even I think the guy sent them a message to ask, and they confirmed, "Yep, that's how it works." Like they're not worried at all about legal issues or anything. Exactly. It's just shitty. It's just shitty to do.
100%.
Yeah. So
it was always going to be shitty. Of course it was. That's not the thing I don't get.
Hey, look, the big company's being shitty.
Yeah. Big company's being shitty always has been. Yeah,
exactly. The meme, you need the fucking astronaut meme. Honey's a scam, always has been. Right?
I never used Honey. I've never used Honey. I never worked with them or anything.
Well, there goes your $3 from the class action lawsuit.
Yeah,
idiot.
Well, no, to be fair, if they've taken money away from me, I'll sign up.
What Bloody Squirrel said in the chat, let me go have a look in the bag. Nope, don't have it. £10 please. No, that's not what it's like though. It's let me go have a look in the bag. Nope, don't have it. If you're going to buy anything else, I'll take a portion of it. Right?
Yeah. And to expand on that,
affiliate fee, because the customer isn't actually transacting with Honey, right?
Yeah,
the money comes from whoever's providing the affiliate link.
It's like, from what I hear from what you guys said, they work with the companies, so it's not. There may be a code out there that the company told them not to use. So I don't know if that's happening. It's like, so you're telling me that there's a code that you did not find, quote unquote, and you're still taking.
Like they're not actually, in some cases, they might not be providing that service of finding the best codes for you because, I mean, even in the video, he found a better code that he could use and it was fine, but it wasn't on Honey. And he tried to put it on Honey and they didn't update their database with it purposefully. So it's just, it's scammy. And especially for I think this more...
Scummy, not scammy.
Scummy, yeah. But it more impacts the smaller creators. Like I would consider myself a small creator, but I can live off what I do. But around this area where people kind of, an affiliate link might be able to buy them a couple of dinners for a night or something. If someone purchases something like, a $35 commission on a chair or something like that. And Honey have jumped in at the last moment.
So much. That's what enlightened me on the videos. It it was 100, whatever he bought. In an example of that video, the commission on it was $36.
Didn't he do a NordVPN and it was $30 or something like that?
Yeah,
it's not. It's not that much. That's quite a good commission for something like that. Most
NordVPN is $35.
Most things are very, very small.
Dude, Internet Historian's getting paid by Jeez.
Yeah, I think there's some channels that will do this more review, object reviews or whatever, like a steering wheel review or something, or stuff like that. Yeah. They'll always have affiliate links in the bottom. If you want to buy it after you watch me review it, here's the link. They probably make quite a lot out of that.
I did for the Moser wheel. I had an affiliate link, but the affiliate program was run directly by Moser. So I guess in those situations, Honey would have had to have their own account with Moser to be able to get swipe in. So that probably didn't happen. But I think someone bought a couple of a setup, wheel or pedals or something like that, and I made $100 or something like that from commission. Yeah, from one or two, I think it was 2 sales, 2 different people, but that pays for bills for me one time. But if Honey have been
that's formula, bro, that's diapers. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's baby
Taking
items.
food out of my kid's mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So I can understand why, especially considering it's content creators who are covering this more so than anything else. I can understand why they're annoyed and angry at it. Obviously, content creators do what content creators do and blow things up and clickbait and things like that to try and get things to spread as much as possible. But I can understand the annoyance at it all. Because from my side, I don't know how much money I could have made that Honey has swiped in at the last minute to take.
Yeah.
But, it is what it
is. Begs the question as well, how many other services are doing this this overwrite of the affiliate?
Yeah.
Everyone that has an opportunity to.
Yeah.
Anything like
We're probably going to see more now.
This add-on that makes money from something, and it's not me. Surely it's perfectly safe.
Yeah. Nothing's ever free. Yeah, I think that's the takeaway.
Open source software is.
Yeah.
God bless
open source. Free lunch.
Hey, the ice cream machine on that cruise was free. Let me tell you. Whew, there's so much ice cream. Cassandra ate like her whole body weight in ice cream. Which isn't hard for her to do, but still an accomplishment nonetheless.
The gaming news doesn't have anything in it on the document. Is there actually any gaming news? Was the Game Awards? Did they happen?
Game Awards happened.
They
happened.
Astrobot won.
Everyone's telling me to play it, so I mean, Zexy played it. She said it was very good.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a PS5 Pro for Astrobot and GTA 6, and then I'm gonna sell the PS5 Pro, and that's it.
Yeah. I'll play it at some point.
Yep, the new Witcher game got its first trailer. Super hyped
went woke.
I can't believe they got a girl in it, dude.
It went woke because of woman.
God, I hate women.
This is why social media was a mistake.
Oh yeah, Naughty Dog went woke too, right?
In fact, in that Markiplier video I was talking about earlier, he was reacting to his old video on it, how he's predicted it. And he was saying how he's like kind of over social media and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I kind of totally get that. Like, I don't post to social media anymore. I should because of, promoting videos and all this kind of stuff. But I just don't. I'm just so over it.
I remember years ago, I can't remember what game it was. There was some Naughty Dog game, and people were really upset on the internet.
Last of Us 2.
One of the girls' faces was like had hair on it or something.
Oh no, that was Horizon. That was the second
Horizon.
Alloy.
And
Aloy had peach fuzz. It's just like,
I love.
Tell me you've never been near a woman in your life.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
And I saw that. All these people have never interacted with a woman or seen a woman from closer than 5 feet away.
Yeah. After that, I was just like, I'm not listening to anything like this anymore on the internet. I'm done. That was so fucking dumb,
Everybody shouldn't have a voice, maybe.
That's what I said in the beginning. That's what I literally said.
Right,
cancel the podcast.
Yeah.
We're 5 white guys on a podcast. We can't talk.
I mean, that's true.
I'm super looking forward to the Witcher, though.
I've never played a Witcher game.
Oh my god, The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 is my favorite game of all time.
I was literally just talking about The Witcher 3 because I've been playing Cyberpunk like crazy this past month, and
is it worth playing now?
Yes, it is top 3 for me.
Yeah, it's very good. Point.
Okay.
I haven't played very much of it, but I do know enough to know that it's pretty good.
I completed it when it was in a terrible state. I completed it when it was like just after it had been released.
I got it.
Gotta say,
off eBay.
It didn't do it for me story wise. I just
really,
besides all the bugs and whatnot, like I could get those aside, but story wise, it just didn't land for me for some reason, which is a shame because I was really looking forward to it.
Interesting. I thought it was really good. I thought the story was really good. There were certain parts that I felt were a bit rushed, but overall, I mean, there's so much to do, so many side quests. I did think Johnny Silverhand, I might get flack for this, was a little annoying. He was
100% incredibly annoying.
I was like, all right, we get it. Yeah, you're an anarchist.
You get it. We get it. You're a dick and you've got a massive chip on your shoulder. Got it.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of what the character was there for. but yeah, I bought it like a month after it came out on eBay for $20 or something like that, and didn't pick it up until this year, seriously. But it quickly became one of my favorites. So I think I'll go back to The Witcher 3 and actually dump some hours into it. So.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's had a like a current gen update as well. So
okay.
And it's got cross-platform play now as well, so you can switch between like PC and console.
Interesting.
Every game needs to have stuff like that.
You download like your save. You can download your save, so it's quite good.
Like, I'd be really disappointed if GTA 6 doesn't have something like that. Like cross-platform play between the consoles, between people. Cross-platform saves across all the, so you just load up your character regardless of what platform you're on. Jobs and creative things just work on all platforms. It won't be prepared. Yeah. I know it won't, but I'll be really disappointed when it doesn't, because it's stupid that games don't do that when there's nothing stopping them. Apart from Sony,
I had one more thought on the whole games have gone woke. There's women in it now. I actually would very much like more games with women as the protagonists. I'm sick of like the only time you play as a woman is in games where you have the choice to play as a man or a woman, right? I really like it when games have stories that are designed for a female protagonist. I just think it works out better.
Life is Strange, play that.
I'm good. That game just seems kind of hella bad. It's not my vibe, but I'm happy that you like it. It's funny to watch, like someone's take on how teenagers act. But you know,
I mean, there are obviously examples, but not saying like there should be more women centric.
Yeah. There should definitely be more games that have female protagonists and are designed around a female protagonist. Because every time that I've like seen gameplay of like these games that you can decide to be a male or a female character, it feels like the female character is like an afterthought, you know?
Yeah.
Like and the female characters do all of the same stuff that the male characters do almost in most situations. So like having games that can explore that in a lot deeper of a way than just shoehorning them into a game that was probably designed for a male character anyway, you know, I think it'd be really good.
Yeah, I going back to like Horizon, with Aloy as the lead character, it's really funny, like the way they handle like her being a woman and the protagonist, because like in the first game she's always getting talked down to because she's like the outcast. She always had to speak second, and she always takes her turn. But like after you've saved the world. Like one of the first interactions you have with someone is with like a guy mansplaining down to you, and she's just like, yeah, shut the fuck up, I'm talking. It's great. It's so good. And she's like that all the way through. It's just like, yeah, you do know I saved the world, right?
Yeah, GTA 6 is gonna even go woke.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, with the woman main character.
Yeah. That might be good though. With the two of them, like you might get some of that nuance.
Yeah, I think that'll be like a really interesting dynamic, actually.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I think 2 characters is going to be better than 3, actually, from a character development perspective, especially with them being a couple.
No, well, them being together out in we're just getting into GTA speculation, but them being together out in the world is going to be a lot better of a dynamic than just like, because it really felt very separate, unless you're playing missions in GTA 5. So anyway, no GTA 6, no speculation.
We got plenty of time for that.
We
got like 3 years.
What do we think of Porsche doing spaceships now?
What?
You don't see this, right? So in the game that we're talking about at the Game Awards, called Intergalactic by Naughty Dog, there was a lot of product placements, and one of the first ones you see is her spaceship flies in a sort of third person view, and it's by Porsche.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does it have like
it's a Porsche. It's
on the spaceship.
Yeah. It's like a Porsche 966 Tempest or something. The name of the ship.
Man.
And she's
we don't need German.
She's got her Adidas shoes on, and she's got like her Sony CD players and everything.
My God.
And yeah, it's got, you know what? It's got like loads of product placement in it, but it worked really well because they tried to like offset it with, I don't know if anybody's seen the anime Akira, but there was like loads of different product placement and sponsors in that, like on like the bikes and everything, like real world companies like Canon and stuff like that. So like they tried to like, plus they'll be getting a ton of extra money, obviously, which helps with the development.
I feel like stuff
costs,
like that is fine if it's like actually baked in just naturally as part of the scene or whatever.
That's exactly what it was like. It was like there was product placement, but I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah.
You know,
like it's just showing someone who happens to be wearing Adidas trainers or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas, when you look in movies where they hold up a phone and it's so obvious and they hang on the phone screen for like 30 seconds to show you that, this is a Sony Ericsson or an iPhone, or like,
or like I'm sure.
Yeah.
What game was it that did like a Monster Energy splash screen on there? And they had like a big. There's like Monster Energy loading screens on something of some games. And stuff like that. That's too blatant. But if it's just sort of like background stuff like that, then it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think. And it's good to see Porsche is still in business in the future.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on to Racing Corner. I have something that's on here that I've been wanting to talk about for months, ever since I went there. I happened to be down in London. We were seeing a few musicals a few months ago. And I didn't realize the F1 experience was there.
Wait, sorry. How many months ago? 7?
A few months ago, I said. We're talking like, I don't know.
No, sorry. That was a joke.
Wait a minute. You saw musicals? What musicals?
What did we see? Moulin Rouge, which wasn't that good. Mean Girls, which was very good. And Hadestown, which was also very good.
Okay, I don't know any of these. I just asked that for fun.
You don't know Moulin Rouge?
What?
No. The only musicals I know are
Lion King.
Hamilton.
I know Hamilton on
Wicked. I know there's some musical called Cats, but I don't know what it's about. I assume cats.
Take a wild guess, dude. You're not going to believe this.
You're not going to believe this.
It's about dogs, actually.
Where did you watch Mean Girls? Whatever theatre it was in London. Savoy, I think it was. I might be getting that.
There's a lot of theatres in London.
Yeah. Anyway, that was we were there for that, but this F1 experience was there, so I actually wasn't interested. So I got up early on the last day that we were going to be there, and before we came home, and I went to go there, and I was the first one there, and I was the only one in. I was first in the queue, walking around the whole thing on my own. There was nobody else. It was great. I got loads of great photos. But I wanted to show you these photos, which the pre-show I've already seen one of they had Roman Grosjean's destroyed car there at the experience, from his massive fireball of a crash that almost killed him.
Cool.
And seeing it made no sense how he survived. It is ridiculous.
Wow.
Like, that's a steering wheel. Just totally destroyed. And he was in that when that happened.
Everything is charred.
There's only half of it, obviously, because the other half came off in the crash. But that was one of the final things that they showed you. It was a cool experience. There was a lot of old stuff, helmets, suits. There was a lot of really cool trophies and things. But this was like one of the final things that they showed, and it was just surreal to see something like that so destroyed. And I remember, watching it on TV and just being like, "He's dead." Amazing that he got out of that. Yeah, I thought I would show. And the other what?
You giving me a wee tickle there, Josh?
What's it?
Tickling my shaft.
I don't know what's going on with your shenanigans.
Yeah, let's just break up this somber moment about a man almost losing his life. Look at me.
But the one other thing I wanted to ask about, there was also they of course had a shop at the end of the experience that you could buy items from, and I saw this poster that I thought was pretty cool. Formula One champions. It's the Formula One car that won every single championship over.
Oh, that's nice.
Over the
Lewis Hamilton better be there in 2021. Oh, he's a fuck.
Obviously, it only goes up to 2023, so it's immediately outdated. But, it's a cool poster. I think it was A4. So just a normal A4 size poster. It wasn't very big. Tiny. How much do you think this was? How much would you pay for it? How much do you think they would charge?
How much would I pay for it?
I think it was 50 quid.
Okay, 50
I would pay $30 for that, and they wanted $120 US.
Okay.
Yeah.
A4, you say?
A4, so very small. Yeah,
hardly worth putting it on a wall.
No, yeah, it was small. Yeah, it would go in like a normal A4 frame sort of thing. Like, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what that is. Is that just like regular computer paper, like printer paper?
It was a little bit. So this was thicker. It was card, but an A4.
The size.
A4 is just a normal piece of paper.
And what sort of printing ink we talking here? We're talking glossy.
Looks like it's got a nice sheen to it.
The
laminated?
Thickness.
Was it laminated?
No, that sort of film on it is just like
here.
a little bit of extra packaging on the outside. It was just
okay.
I'm gonna say I would pay $25 or like 20 pounds, and I'm gonna say that it was like 80 pounds.
Okay.
That's a heavy poster.
Is everyone giving a guess? I lost track.
I'd say I would pay 20, but it's probably like 50, I would imagine.
Yeah, I was looking at it thinking, that's all right. I might get that. Also, if it was kind of like 15-ish, maybe something like that. £75.
What's the conversion rate?
What's good one?
That's like 80-something bucks.
$94.
Whoa, okay, our money is not so hot right now.
Could not believe it. That's why I took a photo, because I thought, I've mentioned that on the podcast. £75 was insane.
Wow. That's diabolical. Jesus.
Diabolical. Yeah, that's a great word to use for this. Yeah.
Yeah, good experience though. It was worth going. But yeah, don't buy any of the merch.
Probably get the same thing off Amazon.
Yeah, Etsy. I'm going on Etsy right now. Etsy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I checked actually. You can get it much cheaper on Etsy.
You've taken a photo of it.
Yeah,
that's true. I've got
I found literally the same poster on Etsy, £7.
There you go.
There you go.
I knew it. Easy. Yeah. 10 times the price.
I might get one. You got an affiliate code, brother.
Etsy affiliate code. No, there's no point giving you it, honey. You'll just take it anyway.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right, well, that was all I wanted to put in Racing Corner. Obviously, the season ended. McLaren won the championship. Good for them.
Very cool. 24
races is too long. Go back to 20, please. But apart from that,
eliminate the summer break. That's all.
Speedrun Corner. Last thing.
Yeah, Games Done Quick, the biggest speedrun event of the year, the thing that you've heard of that raises millions of dollars, is next week, and I am going, and I am so not mentally prepared for this.
Where is it this year? Where?
Philadelphia.
Was it in Philly?
Wait, hang on. Where? So no, I keep mixing. There's 2 places in America. I keep mixing this up. It might not
Pennsylvania.
Didn't you say New York? I thought you said
he was flying into New York.
I thought you said it was Pittsburgh.
It's Pittsburgh. That's the one.
Oh.
Pittsburgh. There you go.
Yeah.
American place names. They're all jumbled in my head.
I wish they do it in like Atlanta, and I would go.
Yeah.
It used to be in Florida, but
no.
Pittsburgh.
No,
I tried.
Where's Pittsburgh at?
Wait, so you're flying into New York and then driving to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. I'm not driving. Americans are driving. Like, I'm spinning in the back. We're all
like
going to
6 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you just fly closer? Like,
because we wanted to go to New York.
Oh, okay.
New York, baby, get a slice in Times Square.
Personally, he's disconnected. Oh, okay,
come on.
Personally,
yeah,
I would
one bite,
rather,
everyone knows the rules.
I would much rather take like 6 hours to skip like an hour of plane journey. Like that's fine.
Okay.
And we're road trip.
I would very much be the opposite.
We're having an American road trip. Come on.
You're not. You're going to 2 states.
It's American enough for me. Come on. But yeah, it'll be fun. We're flying to Newark, and then Airbnb there for Airbnb there for the night. Then we're driving all the way there. Then we stay there for a week long, the event, and then we drive all the way back. And then me and the other guys are staying in New York for like a few days extra.
Okay,
you're Airbnb-ing in Newark?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? Somewhere around there.
This man is rich. I would have started speedrunning San Andreas forever ago if I knew
it's not just me. It's like a 2-room thing for like 6 of us. We're splitting it quite a lot.
Are you going with people who have been to these? Because I literally just moved from 2 minutes from Newark. So
right, okay.
I could have told you to go anywhere else.
Right, okay. We have there's 2 in our group. There are 2 people from America, and they're both driving 2 different cars, and they're taking us, and the rest of us are coming from Europe. Okay. So it was $277 for one night in an Airbnb.
That's your portion of it, or
no. My portion was $46.
Oh, that's not bad.
So
that's not bad actually.
It was all right.
This Airbnb is about to be roached out, dude.
Yeah, probably.
It's gonna be the worst Airbnb.
Probably.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. So I'm sleeping in the bathtub for this 2-room place, but that's fine. Anyway, yes,
where all the roaches are.
That's terrible.
We should try to get a picture, RDT, at some point.
You should try to change your Airbnb. That's what you should try to do.
Your house free, buddy? Hey, you got a sofa?
I do. Yeah, room. I'm literally podcasting from it right now.
Oh,
but it's a lot further away from where you need to be.
Yeah, it's fine. But I'm not doing a run at GDQ. I did submit stuff, but it didn't get accepted, which I'm sad about. But I'm commentating a few runs, and I'm meeting people and stuff, so it's like whatever.
Cool.
One of these days, I'll have money and I can like go to things like this. It'll be nice.
Oh dear.
Take the Miata, brother.
Because then I break down, and then my life crumbles further. No, actually.
Sorry about that. I've been holding that in for like 40 minutes and it got too much.
A poop?
No, a pee.
Oh. You just left? I didn't even see you were gone. Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say you left.
I mean,
we got so used to you not being here with last month's podcast. We didn't even know.
Trying to stay hydrated with this illness and stuff, but like that was too. Normally, I can get through a full podcast, but obviously not this time. Yeah, I'm that invisible to this podcast now.
Listen, you're sick. We're taking on the brunt. You know.
So you two going to meet up then in New York?
Maybe. Depends. Send me the deets of what days you're going to be there because I'm not going to be there this next week.
You got a wedding?
No, it's New Year's. I'm not going to work in the city.
Yeah, it's like 11, 12, 13, 4th of January. I'll send you stuff.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll do that.
And actually get a photo.
Yeah,
that's what I said when you weren't here.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Made that joke. Right?
You're gonna be here the 14th?
I believe I fly back the 14th. Yes, I take off the night of the 14th. So yeah, I've got the daytime 14th.
All right, maybe I can meet you for lunch or something.
Yeah, okay, all right, that works then. All right.
Cool.
All right. Well, is that everything then?
I think so. Very efficient podcast.
iRacing. I didn't write this down in the racing corner. I joined an iRacing league. 2 iRacing leagues.
So are these like community hosted? Like someone just creates a league and sets up rules?
Yeah. So you know exactly the thing that you try to make happen with the championship stuff that nobody actually cares about. Don't
say that around these
nobody in iRacing cares about it. His viewers care about it. No one in iRacing cares about the championship point. It's that
thing you dedicate your time to.
Yeah, it's that, but people actually care about it.
You mean the iRacing season championship with the divisions and stuff like that? Okay, I thought you were talking about MCEC, and you were about to like get the wrath of the whole channel come down on you.
I mean, racing in GTA is stupid for different reasons, but that's fine. No, it's like people run like a little self-hosted league, and they make their own little schedule, and you all turn up. It's the same you race the same people every week and stuff.
Yeah,
can't imagine that format, but in GTA.
You get championship points and stuff and whatnot. And there's like a broadcast. The leagues I'm in, there's like people on YouTube like commentate it and stuff, which is fun. Yeah, I joined. I've been looking for a league for ages now, like a year or something. I used to do a few back in the day that were fun, and now 2 came along at once that are like what I want to do. There's the IGP Fun League, which is a weird name, but it's a Super Formula Lights League, which is basically F3. That's every week, and it follows the official Super Formula Lights schedule. So I can like do practice races and stuff and get good at the track before the league race.
Try hard.
That's broad. No, I'm like there's like 55 people in it, and I'm like 40th. Like it's not in it. And then there's my friends are running a Clio league, like a Renault Clio,
that's cool.
The silly car. Yeah, and that's starting next year. That's going to be a whole bunch of door bashing and stuff because the iRating and safety rating isn't a thing because it's hosted, so people are just having a laugh.
Oh, that's
so it's like
that sounds.
So good. It's like it's self ruled. Like the points are self done. The like ruling, penalties and stuff are like done by someone spectating.
Yeah.
So the Clio League is going to have super lax rules. So people are going to be whacking each other and stuff. It'll be
so what you're saying is it's going to be just like real life then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
the Clio Cup in real life, which is just chaos.
Yeah, that's what they're aiming for is chaos, right? And the first race for that Clio League that I'm doing, because it starts when I'm in America, but the first race I'm doing is on Thruxton, the latest track in iRacing. That's my local track. That's like an hour away from me. I've been there loads of times.
That would be awesome. I'd love to see you in a Clio League, bro. Get yourself in there.
I've watched Clios in real life at Thruxton, and they're so good. So I'm excited.
So much fun to watch.
Yeah,
just a great motorsport.
But yeah, like the thing that you try to do in iRacing, Bruffy, that's leagues. You should just do leagues.
Okay, right.
The format you try to do.
I mean, I was part of a racing league before you lot were all born. Joking.
Wait,
Tucker Race Driver 2, I think it was, back on the PS2. I joined a racing league on that. Like that was talking like 2005 or something. Maybe it must be before 11.
You know when like there's this thing that you like haven't heard of for like a million years, and then all of a sudden so many individual sources all bring it up at once. You're like the 5th person to bring up Tucker Racing to me in the past month. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this thing? Like,
That was a great game. That was like the most realistic, like in terms of you had pit stops and all sorts from what I can remember. The other games just didn't do that back then.
Was it like
listen, right? I had Tokka 1 and Tokka 2 on the PS1.
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
I remember one Christmas sitting round, taking my PlayStation down to the living room, sitting round on inflatable chairs, playing Tokka 2 with my family, racing round the Loch track. It was great.
Oh, that's good. All right then.
Yeah, see, TDD knows. I remember the real Tokka 2 from 1998. Yeah.
Fine.
Good man.
Fine. Yeah, so I guess we'll see everybody in 2025, the year that GTA 6 is going to be coming out.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
The one GTA DLC, I hope you like it.
Right. Thank you guys for podcasting this year. Hope everyone has a
thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't on one of them.
I missed like half of them, but you're welcome.
This is all our individual therapy sessions.
Yes. This is where I can experience being live on Twitch and actually having people in chat. And all I do with it is yell at them. So,
I was excited to watch you play Red Dead. Every time I go on my Twitch, you're playing Call of Duty Zombies, and I was like, ass. What happened to Red Dead hype?
I got to the very end of Red Dead, and I knew that like if I finished it, then it would be done. So I just stopped before the end, so that there's always the potential there. I can't.
You know what?
I can't bring myself to just finish it. I can't.
Because then it'll be over.
So now I'll be like, oh well, I haven't played it in 3 months, so now I'll just restart it, and then I get to play it to 99% again, and then 6 months later I can then restart it again, and it never ends. If I finish it, it's over. It's over.
I gotta tell you, I still have not finished Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm right at the end. I just don't want to finish it.
Yep. Yeah.
Two more
podcasts until baby if everything goes as it should. Although,
so 2 more podcasts and then we're done. Is that what I mean?
That's basically, yeah. I mean, theoretically, there's a chance that it's within that window where baby could happen during podcast. So I'd have to leave or something. Yeah. You know? It's possible.
I hear the baby is actually replacing Josh after that slanderous racing in GTA.
I figured it would replace me after I said I didn't like dogs. That'd be gone.
It's going to replace all of us. Yeah. All right. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you have a good New Year.
Likewise.
And I'll speak to you all.
All the best.
Yeah, all the best. Speak to you all in 2025 in a brand new year. In January. And thank you all, everybody who's been watching for this episode and during the year and during all the years of the podcast. Thank you. And we'll see you in 2025. Do you want to say goodbye, guys?
Bye. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
See you all later. Bye-bye.